Breaking story out of Aurora, Colorado this morning.
I got 7 down in Feeder 9. 7 down.
There has been a mass shooting. What we're hearing from the police so far, there are a number of casualties in this matter.
My wife and I were at home sleeping, and at 2:37 in the morning, received a phone call from my sister screaming that she couldn't find AJ.
Shortly after midnight last July, a lone gunman burst into an Aurora, Colorado movie theater and began shooting. In less than 90 seconds, 58 people were injured and 12 were killed, including Dave Hoover's nephew, AJ Boyk.
This kid touched more people than many of us touch an entire lifetime.
Colorado is home to the West's wide skies and its tradition of gun ownership.
It's a .32 Remington caliber, pump action.
But the tragedies of Columbine and Aurora have galvanized the public around common sense gun safety measures like universal background checks.
If there's just one life we can save, we've got an obligation to try.
As the gun reform debate heats up in Washington, Colorado provides a unique window into how public opinion on gun laws is changing throughout the country.
After Columbine, the public wanted to do something to prevent more violence in our schools. So what they did is they closed the background check loophole at gun shows.
Colorado is one of 12 states and the District of Columbia that require a background check to purchase firearms at a gun show. But a major loophole still allows criminals to easily purchase guns. Outside of gun shows, private sellers can legally sell guns without any background checks. The internet is awash with sites like Arms List that provide person-to-person firearms listings. Posing as an interested buyer, the Center for American Progress was able to find 4 people who would sell us the same kinds of semi-automatic weapon used by the Aurora shooter. No background check required, and it's all perfectly legal.
And so the last kind of loophole that we need to close is for private sales, because we know that 40% of all sales for guns takes place with a private seller.
In Colorado, we're having anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 background checks saying, no, you cannot purchase a gun. Nobody thinks that criminals try to buy guns at gun shops, but they do, and they get turned down.
Nationwide, background checks have stopped nearly 2 million criminals from buying a firearm, and the public wants to see more. 91% of Americans are in favor of requiring universal background checks when purchasing a gun, including 82% of gun owners.
This is my lair down here.
Don McElady is a lifelong hunter and gun owner.
Hunting has always been a family affair with us. My oldest child is my daughter Jennifer, and she went hunting for the first time, as a matter of fact, with this rifle.
After the Columbine and Aurora shootings, McElady formed Hunters Against Gun Violence to call for stronger gun safety laws.
I think most hunters agree that for law-abiding citizens who don't have a criminal record or major mental problems, mental issues, the background check is just a minor inconvenience, and it's something that should be done in the interest of public safety.
McElady isn't alone. On a recent Saturday, we attended a gun show in Colorado Springs to see how gun owners there felt about universal background checks.
I don't mind the background checks. I think it's totally appropriate for a background check.
Don't buy it and give it to me right away, because if I'm angry about something, or if, I'm just saying if someone's like that, do a background check, make sure that, that they're well up here.
It's definitely the way to go. I think people ought to be checked out thoroughly.
Let's examine our laws and make the changes needed to keep guns out of the hands of dangerous people.
Colorado Governor John Hickenlooper has asked the state legislature to pass a bill finally requiring universal background checks. President Obama has done the same in his federal proposal. It may be too late for the growing list of victims of mass shootings, not to mention the 33 Americans killed every day by guns. But requiring universal background checks is one important step in curing America's plague of gun violence.
If anybody can be prevented from getting that phone call that I got at 2:37 from my sister, it's worth it. You got to stop this.
We make it too doggone easy for the wrong people to get guns. So the question is, are we going to do prevention or are we not? Otherwise, we're just going to continue reporting these stories and say, gee, why couldn't we do something?
Please share this video if you think we should make reasonable changes to our gun laws. And Click the link below to learn more about smart policies that will help curb gun violence.